What's going on, guys? In this video I wanted to talk about ranks in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or BJJ. Do ranks matter? I see a lot of videos about this and I haven't really made one myself. So I guess I should start with introducing myself if you're new to the channel. My name is Rad. I'm a one stripe black belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu under Professor Henry Mata-Morris. I've been doing Jiu Jitsu for 15 years now. I have done every route of Jiu Jitsu. Okay, I am a devoted student. 5-7 days a week of training. I have done the competition route. I did years of competition, what I call the competition circuit. I did that. I've done the travel and train thing. Went to Thailand, trained with Brazilian top team, trained at Cobra Kai in Vegas, tried a few places. When I traveled for work and otherwise, I would bounce around and try gyms. So I've done the travel and train thing as well. And lastly, the instructor route, being an instructor, being a professor. I've been doing that for several years, and I currently do own a Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu school. So that's my credentials. That's who I am as far as where Jiu Jitsu has taken me and what I have done with my Jiu Jitsu to some extent. So with that said, being an instructor, being a school owner, my views on ranking or martial arts as a whole, I want to start this conversation with this specific thing. I believe that martial arts makes people better. I think it improves people. I believe in that fully. So much so that there was a point where I did see a quote from John Danaher where he believes that martial arts does not make a person better. He says it enhances people, but it enhances who they already are. If you're a jerk, you just become a bigger jerk. If you're a good person, you become a better person. He doesn't think that it can make people better. At least that's how I took that quote. When I first started instructing and as I was running my school, I truly did and still do believe that martial arts can improve people. I see it. I see it on a regular basis. But to his credit, for what he's saying in his quote, I have seen the other side. I have seen where someone's kind of a clown, a bit of a jerk, and jiu-jitsu just empowered them more to be a more dangerous and enhanced version of that person. So I see that. But I believe as a school owner and a martial arts instructor that a lot of that comes down to the culture of the school and the way that person is being brought along. At the end of the day, okay, we can only do so much. That person is going to be that person, for better or for worse. However, the BJJ training takes a hold of them and whatever it does for them outside of the gym or off the mats, that remains to be seen, and it's different in every case. But I have definitely seen more growth than not. So I use that to kind of segue into why I feel that ranks are important. I believe that in a traditional martial arts school, the ones that do more gi, I've seen the person be better, okay? Now, I'm not knocking the whole no-gi craze that's going on, but I am seeing more of those schools are the ones, and those people are the ones who are, ringing that bell saying that the ranks don't matter, that they don't care about them. And I get that. There's times that I tell people, don't think about the ranks. Don't drive yourself crazy worrying about when your next rank's coming, all these other things. Just focus on your growth, focus on your martial arts and your jiu-jitsu. So I get that. But it's some people, they don't want to go to a traditional type system of ranking. So I came across this group recently. They just train in a garage together watching YouTube videos, and they truly believe that that's all they need. And they're promoting themselves. So they say belts don't matter, but they're giving each other ranks with no credibility from any head professor or instructor. So those things get real murky, guys. You understand? Outside of that, I'm sure when people get frustrated with the time that it takes, that's when the conversation about I don't care about ranks comes up again. And again, I understand it because you should care more about your progression in jiu-jitsu. But I truly believe that the ranks are so crucial for that because it helps you understand where you are. If you've seen my previous videos, those ranks are good level sets to kind of understand where you should be in that part of your journey. And then it should not be given to you if you haven't achieved certain things or if you're not of that mind at that time in your journey. So that's on the other side of it, why I don't like belt factories is what we kind of call them, where you just get belts and ranks for attendance. You're not really put to the test. Or what I'm finding out more and more, they don't have people roll. And they allow them to go all the way to blue belt before they even have one live roll. I have strong opinions about that. We roll day one here. You know what you're in for. I don't know, maybe that's old school, but that's how I view it. I see the progression of my students as I rank them up, and I understand my expectations of where they need to be and what I should be getting from them as far as their effort, their application of techniques, their mindsets as martial artists, their conduct, all of it. It's not just, oh, you're good at jiu-jitsu and when you go compete, you're winning all the time. You're an animal. That's great. It's good to have those people. It's good to be that kind of grappler. But for me, I truly believe in the person being a more well-rounded martial artist and person. And okay, some people are going to look at this and be like, that's just a bunch of rah-rah, man. Like that's some woo-woo traditional martial arts. Whatever, however you feel about it, it's my opinion. And that's how I have seen that type of environment improve people and not enhance someone who's a bully or a jerk and make them just a more dangerous bully or jerk. I've seen them grow through martial arts. However you feel about traditional martial arts, if you are of the negative mindset and you just see it as like it was just a joke or it was like fake, it wasn't fake for what it provided as far as humility and discipline and composure and all the mindset things if you were training with the right team or at the right school. So I view my responsibility as an instructor, as a martial arts instructor, not just a BJJ professor, but a martial arts instructor, is to improve people through martial arts, not just physically. And it's because I saw that growth in myself. I can think back to how I felt at all the different ranks, the things I did, the like acid, the vinegar, the anger or aggression that I had when I started, and the way that I was humbled and I was able to like calm myself. And I was fortunate to have good professors, and a specific professor, Professor Henry, who had taught me to really go back towards the martial arts path of humility and discipline and respect, and to take care of my teammates and all these different things. And I decided when I was ranking up that I wanted to be like that. And then when I was doing Muay Thai, the people I was training with in Muay Thai were of a very respectful mindset and a very positive demeanor. And it wasn't like this angst and aggression and this locker room mentality. As much as traditional Muay Thai gyms are very locker room type vibe, they're very humble and respectful and polite and gentle. So I wanted my school to be like that with my Muay Thai and my Jiu-Jitsu. And we've produced a great community that produces great members within the community. And I believe that the ranking system allows that because they understand the expectations that go beyond their physical abilities. And of course, the ranking system does assist with the physical abilities, the things that you need to know at these different levels. I just see it as a good way to level set, to help people understand where they are in the journey. And there's pride that comes with that, a serious degree of pride. When you've worked your way up to purple belt and you're the purple belt and your teammates respect you and they look up to you and they look to you for advice. I've mentioned this before, we view the purple belt as the teaching rank. So, you really step up as a leader and a mentor in your community. So you have to kind of lead that life. You have to be that person. At least that's how I view it, and that's my expectations. Some people don't want that, and I get it. I don't shove it on them, but understand that I expect them to be helpful at the minimum. So then when you get to black belt, that's what I believe a black belt mindset is, and that's why I labeled it like black belt mindset, because for me a black belt mindset is how I live my life now. I have told my students over and over again, and I'm sure I've mentioned on the channel, martial arts has changed my life. I had a great life, and I consider myself to be a good person when I started, but I became a better person, and I even found a better life, a greater life, and I'm living my best life, and it's through martial arts, and I'm grateful for it. And it's through my pursuit of the various ranks and working my way up to black belt so I could instruct and open a school. And as I was doing that, I had to be a better person. One of my other coaches, not jiu-jitsu, but one of my Muay Thai coaches, he owned schools. And I said, well, I wanted to open a school. And he said, you got to walk the talk. You got to decide who you want to be. You can't be one person over here and then be someone else over there and have a temper and aggression or an attitude or devil may care type vibe. You have to be a leader. And so I had to step up. And I believe that as a black belt, you have to be that. I work within a community of martial arts school owners. So I'm invited to different black belt testing, different martial arts as a guest speaker and seminars and stuff like that. And one thing I always say to them is, after they get their belt, I tell the students, you did not get a black belt today. You became a black belt. As time goes on, don't tell people you have a black belt. Tell them you are a black belt. You don't have a black belt, you are a black belt. And I believe that because, as I say to all my students, you are the best version of yourself when you're on these mats. If you train currently, I want you to really think about that. Are you not the best version of yourself when you're in training? If you're in the right place, I truly believe that you are. You are kind, you are respectful, You are helpful to your teammates. You're composed. And to have to be composed and kind and helpful when you're like wrestling someone, fighting at full power, that takes a lot. And so you are putting yourself out there. You are presenting the best version of yourself on the mats. Another thing one of my other professors used to say, there's no lies on the mat. So you can have all this bravado, you can be that person out there, but when you come here, there are no lies. So on top of having to be the best version of yourself for your team, in front of your instructor, and for the betterment of the mat so that everything goes smoothly and you get the best training possible, you also can't front. You can't pretend to be something else or have some kind of false bravado, because the truths are revealed. There are no lies. You can't hide anywhere on the mat when those rolls start and end and keep going. That's another reason BJJ is so amazing. So with that said, I tell everyone, think about the person you are here. And then even like in the perimeter of the mat, you're friendly towards people, you socialize. I see people come in and this is their sanctuary, and they come out of their shell, and everyone just works to interact respectfully in like a jovial manner. And so that's when you have a community. And again, if you train, I hope you are part of one of those wonderful type communities. If you love the gym you're at, I have to imagine that you are. And if you are having a great time, I have to also imagine you're being led by a good leader, a good black belt. So that's the black belt mindset. And I'll finish with this. This is a gift my wife gave me, and it's a black belt bracelet. And she gave it to me on one of my birthdays, and she told me to never take it off. She said, you wear it until it just falls off. When she gave me that, I realized that this could be a good anchor for me. I considered myself to be anchored pretty well already, as far as knowing who I needed to be and understanding the person that I had to become, as far as being a good leader of a community and just being a better person overall. Like I said, a better friend, a better member of society, a better husband, a better father. One of the sayings we have here is, I say, be inspired or be inspiring. So I have to lead and inspire and be composed and listen and resolve issues and all of those things. You have to be the best, not just the best version of yourself, but you have to be the best thing for everyone else, so you can help lead that community and help them, be cohesive comfortably. And then it has to be fun and everything else. So to do all that, to have a smile on your face no matter what's going on, and to lead and be composed in it, and respectful and humble and funny and everything else, you have to be the best person you could possibly be. But this bracelet, this reminder of my black belt mindset, it's just another way to keep me there when I'm in traffic or at a store or whatever, when I'm out in public or with around people, whatever. I'm always going to be this person. I know that this is the version, this is the person that I want to be all the time. So each rank leading me up to black belt helped me grow closer and closer to this person. So it all mattered. And I'll finish with, all that is mentality, mindset. It's not even taking into account the physical skills you gain, right? The technical abilities that you retain, all these things that you also gain as you're going up the ranks. So guys, in my opinion, and you can feel how you want about it, and this is just, guys, when I make these videos, it's how I feel, and I do it to open your mind to my thought process. It's not an end-all, be-all. I'm not bashing people saying what they're saying is wrong. Everyone has different opinions on it, and I've been seeing those opinions, and I just wanted to put my 2 cents out there as far as what my opinion on it was. And that's where I'm at with it. If you currently are training BJJ, you're working hard for your ranks and all that stuff, I applaud you, and I wish you luck on your next rank. And if you've just been recently promoted, I congratulate you. And if you're training just to train, I congratulate you for doing jiu-jitsu. I have nothing but love for the jiu-jitsu community in all shapes and forms. I'm grateful to be a part of it, and I hope you are too. If you are enjoying the content we're making, please be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.